just realized it has been a minute since you and I were here for the morning
I know.
digital show.
I know. It has been a little bit. Yeah,
It's been a minute.
It's tough adjusting. I'll tell you what. From someone who I know I work the Sunday morning show. I do kind of that double shift here at News 10 on Sunday. It's a very long day for me, but filling in for Darren and then sticking around for our 11 a.m. is I don't know how he does it every day, and he's been doing it for a very long time. My hat's off to Darren for having to go grind through all that, because it is never easy, for me at least, getting up that early in the middle of the night to come into work. And I just feel like I'm exhausted right now, but we're powering through. We're trying to bring you a good first alert forecast today, and things look pretty good as far as maybe adding a little more rain today.
Good, because we need it. We don't kind of need it. We still need it.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
We're still dry, but not drought level dry.
Well, yeah, Sunday ended a 22-day streak with no rain in Lansing, and yesterday was dry. That makes 23 out of 24 by my count, and so pretty easy to do that. Today we'll add a little more water to that. It's not much, but anything, like you said, is good at this point. I think southern section is going to have a better opportunity to see some showers, maybe even a storm or two this afternoon, but nothing severe. Just we'll just hear a few rumbles out there. Possible to have that. We got some sunshine though right now in many spots.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's good to have.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's good to have too. If we can kind of mix the sun and showers, I think that makes everybody happy. We get some water, we also get that vitamin D. And so the WILX Tower Skycam view out there on the Meridian Company Skycam Network, showcasing what is a nice blue sky out there. We're away from all the era of the wildfire smoke we've been dealing with lately. That's certainly fortunate to have. South-southwest wind today's got us at 56. We're going to continue to warm up as our daytime goes on. But the satellite and radar this morning brought few of the showers through the area. You can see those. They skated down the I-94 corridor, and now they're over towards Metro Detroit. So the rest of us, we're now dry, and that'll be the case, looks like, for the rest of the morning here. But the system showers that came through Sunday, they're coming back for round two. This very large spiral we have here, it's the same system, and it's, again, retrograding, going the other direction, bringing rain showers from east to west. Doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, they normally then fade back to the south and the counterclockwise flow around an area of low pressure, which is what we've got parked right over the Great Lakes, and then they try to slide back down and through, and that's what we've got going on today. Now, much of this rain, as you can see, is sliding south of Chicago through parts of Indiana, even going to go into Ohio later today. A lot of the rain is going to do that, but we will also have a few pop-up showers and storms heading into the later parts of today. So that's what we'll watch here in the hour-by-hour forecast breakdown. Again, by the time we hit this afternoon, you'll start to see a few of these flare-ups. I think a lot more of them going to be along and east of U.S. Highway 127. That's going to be over that direction. So places like Williamston, Weberville, Howell, heading out that way down 96. Grass Lake and further eastward along from the Jackson area down 94 towards Ann Arbor. Better chance again to see that. But as we head into the evening, we start to fill some of that in. I think the model, to be honest, overdoes it a little bit here. I think it's a little bit less rain by the time we get to this evening heading into the overnight. Showers will slide through and they'll eventually wrap up as we head into our early Wednesday morning. And tomorrow, even if we start with a few clouds, we burn those off quickly. We get back into sunshine, and I think temperatures go even warmer than the models show here, back into the middle and a few upper 70s, and we're going to be even warmer as we round out the rest of the week. And so today, high near 70 degrees is going to be one of the cooler days in this forecast because we're going back to some summer-like warmth. 76 Thursday, that brings in another chance for rain. Again, it's not a great chance, and it doesn't rain all day when it does come through, but we are working that direction. And then Saturday, another very small opportunity for a shower. But we got lots of sunshine. That's going to be true from Friday through Sunday, which is Father's Day. So got some pretty good days for all the dads out there as we head into the coming weekend. And then Juneteenth, next week, we go back to some partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny. Highs are up near 84 degrees, and you'll notice that as we round out the rest of the week moving forward up there too, we're going to be back into some summer-like warmth, like I mentioned. We've got middle and upper 80s expected. That'll be the case as we get into the late week. It does look like, especially if we don't get any rain on Saturday, it'll probably be about a 6 days or so stretch without rain after the showers come through on Thursday. And so that'll be something we kind of keep an eye on here. Obviously, we've been very dry as of late. I mean, even on Sunday, we picked up, for the folks who did tune in with us, we picked up about 14 hundredths of an inch of rain in Lansing and about 19 hundredths in Jackson. Now, not so much for Jackson, but for Lansing, that was almost half the total amount of rainfall we had received in the previous 30 days, which is a pretty incredible statistic, especially this time of year. For us to have been as dry as we were for 22 consecutive days, more than 3 weeks, that really rarely ever happens at any time, but it certainly doesn't usually happen as we get into this time of year. I mean, this late May into June time frame, incredibly rare that we see such little rainfall like we have. And the only thing keeping us from being in severe drought is that we were very wet to start the year, and that's something we keep talking about. Kind of deep in the ground, we still have a little leftover moisture. It's kind of started to erode away, but that's what's preventing us from being in really big trouble right here heading into the official start to summer, which will be within the 10-day forecast. That comes up on the 21st. That'll be 9 days from, or 8 days. 8 days. It's the 13th now.
It's the 13th.
That'll be 8 days from today. So just over a week out from that official start to the summer season. I know a lot of folks, summer has started already unofficially, and so we got summer-like warmth coming back next week in this 10-day. Hopefully we can wring out a little bit of rain before then, though, too, because it's good to have at least a few showers here and there in our forecast, kind of freshen things up, keep us from falling too far below the water table. So that'll be good to get some of those in. Hopefully we can gather some today. In the meantime, this is the coolest day we deal with for a while, still getting to 70. Yesterday was chilly, by the way.
A little bit, yeah.
For the time of year. I mean, still not bad, and I enjoyed it. I actually went for a walk with my wife yesterday evening. It was nice outside. I was in a t-shirt and shorts, even though it was, I think, 59 or 60 degrees. She had on a big, thick layer coat because that's just, how it goes. But, it was well below normal. Usual highs now are in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees, and you can
see here, we're down the line.
Right, we're getting back into it. Tomorrow will be pretty close to normal, and even Thursday's not far off, and then all the other days are in the 80s in the forecast. So today's the only cool day we really got, and cool 70, still not too bad. Hopefully, like I said, we can pick up some rain showers. That's something we desperately need still, and so we'll have that moving forward.
We always hear, April showers bring May flowers, but we didn't really get rain.
We didn't have a lot of April showers, we didn't have a lot of May showers, and we haven't had a lot of June showers. I mean, Sunday was the only one we've gotten so far in Lansing in the whole month. And so, I mean, really since May 19th, we've only had one other day with rain, and today will be the second of said days if we're able to work some showers in, really, hopefully this afternoon. I know some of the models want to have them bypass us, and I hope that doesn't happen. I know folks further north. I have a buddy I talk about from time to time. He's up at the National Weather Service office in Gaylord, and they may not get a drop of rain today. It's funny because they are also very dry for the time of year. And I'm here. I can go back to the radar and kind of show you the spiral here. I got to go backwards through a couple different graphics that we have. So there's around the area right now, but if we back things out right here, you can see this large spiral. The low pressure center is right in the middle of our state, but the rain showers are just kind of circling it. And so if we were, and I don't have one here unfortunately, but if we did look at like a predicted rainfall chart where it would show you like where the precipitation is going to fall, there's a dry bullseye right in the middle of northern lower Michigan where they've been dealing with wildfires, they've been dealing with other issues, and they're pretty much the only ones not getting any rain from this system, which really unfortunate for us that we're not seeing more. Folks in the UP certainly getting quite a bit of rain, and same for Wisconsin, but not so much here in mid-Michigan. So unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with. Hopefully, like I said, we can wring some showers out this evening. It'd be nice to get some back in the forecast.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people want it, when we're sleepy, so you don't really have to deal with it.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah, getting some at night usually is the better way to go about things. So.
Well, you can always stay up to date with the First Alert Weather Forecast team with the free, easy-to-use First Alert Weather app.
Yeah, it's in the App Store, Google Play, absolutely free. Of course, we always mention it's got your typical everything that you need, right? I mean, it's got your hour-by-hour forecast, your future past radar.
Breakdown.
Yeah, everything that you need. Real-time traffic updates, which we talked about a lot this morning. We did have a slowdown over on I-94, which we mentioned on our newscast. I believe that's still got several lanes closed over there. That's over near, I believe it's exit 147. In that direction, heading westbound, and then towards the Sargent Road exit there, which is exit 145. And so if you plan on traveling that direction today, maybe seek an alternate route if you can. Otherwise, just plan on delays because it's looking like we might, unfortunately, have to deal with some of that as we head throughout the rest of our day.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Justin. We will see you in just a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be there. It'll be a fun time.
Might want to go take a nap.
I'm going to try eventually. Yeah.
As we switch the set around here really quickly.
I'm trying.
You're good. We appreciate it.
Oh, there goes my shoe.
You know, we don't need shoes.
We don't need shoes.
Nobody here even knows that we have shoes. By the way, we sit down.
There we go.
But we got it. All right. Now joined by Taylor Gattoni, who's back.
I am back. I had a little extended weekend.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll be filling in next Saturday morning, so that is where the switch around comes into play.
It's a little bit of a chess game of scheduling around here when it comes summertime, isn't it?
It is. Well, everyone's got to take their vacations. I'm trying to book mine right now.
I booked mine this morning.
There you go.
We'll get to that in just a minute. But we are going to look at some of the top headlines for you this Tuesday morning. And first, this actually came out last night, but 2 Michigan State University students plan to sue the school after the mass shooting on campus that happened 4 months ago today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Wow, it's flown by.
Yeah.
I actually thought about it recently. I went, it's only been like what, you said 4 months
4
ago?
months.
It's been 4
That's it.
months ago. Still shocked from it. I know a lot of people still healing from it. And in a court filing, lawyers for the 2 students say MSU didn't provide adequate security in campus buildings. Now, the students, Troy Forbush and Nathan Statley, say that the lack of security led to an unreasonably dangerous risk of injury. Forbush was a double major in music and wanted to be an opera singer. And the filing says his lungs are damaged from the February shooting at Berkey Hall. Nathan Statley required emergency brain surgery, and after 16 weeks in different hospitals and rehab facilities, Statley is still hospitalized and is wheelchair bound. Now, in a statement that was emailed to News 10, we told you that came down last night, a university spokesman says, quote, MSU has been engaged in conversations with the families of those we lost and those injured to identify ways to provide ongoing support, and we are committed to keeping those lines of communication open.
All right, and you can see that full statement on our website, wilx.com. And there is an effort to stop human trafficking.
Another big problem in our area.
By training bus drivers, something you might not really think about, but
Yeah.
bus drivers and just people in the community.
I mean, bus drivers always go along the routes. They really know the roads, so they can keep more of an eye open.
They know the people.
They know the people. Yep. So the Lansing Police Department and CATA have teamed up to make this happen. And according to the Polaris Project, Michigan is the 7th most common state for human trafficking in the U.S. On top of that, Lansing is one of the most common cities for human trafficking within Michigan. And human trafficking is often a very hidden crime that can be hard to spot if you don't know the signs. So that's why CATA launched training for its drivers so they can recognize human trafficking. Now, the Transportation Authority is also encouraging riders to report any suspicious activity through a new app. It's called CSAY, and they've already received, sadly, a dozen reports so far.
And that is CSEE.
Like you're seeing.
Yep.
CSAY.
SAY. So you can get that on your phone as well. And yeah, I know that this is something that you see. I actually noticed it. I don't know if you do road trips a lot. Do you ever stop at a rest area?
Yeah.
And in the women's bathroom, there's little stickers saying, like, if you or someone you know is being trafficked, take this number. Mm-hmm. And there's, like, things you can do for that.
They always have little resources around.
Yeah. At all of those stops, similar to almost a bus stop when it's a route that people take all the time. It's very, very interesting. And I know there's also some things you can watch online that can help you get almost like, I believe it actually is certified in recognizing human trafficking. So
Well, that would be a good thing for people to take, understand the signs, know what to look out for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And yesterday, Governor Gresham Whitmer joined young Michiganders in Grand Rapids for a roundtable discussion about her Make It in Michigan plan.
Yeah, so it's a new strategy to bring more jobs into Michigan. And Governor Whitmer launched the Make It in Michigan program at the end of May. The plan is to make it easy for young people in the state to thrive economically by bringing more jobs in and investing in communities. Now, Governor Whitmer says this roundtable discussion touches on why young people want to stay in the state.
Well, I think a lot of our work around women's rights, around LGBTQ rights were really important. Our common sense gun safety laws now get Michigan on the right side of an issue that I know causes stress for so many young people and parents. Making the investments, ensuring that we've got good paying jobs here. We've seen a lot of growth, diversifying our economy, but these are all fundamentals.
Governor Whitmer says she hopes the Make It in Michigan plan transcends her administration and continues for future Michigan generations.
and we were just talking about it to kind of start the Taylor Crystal segment of the show. But just about not even an hour ago, I booked my annual mother-daughter trip to the Upper Peninsula. It's something me and my mom do every single summer, and we're actually going to Altrain,
That'll be fun.
which is between Marquette and Munising.
There you go. So the Munising area actually has seen a steady increase in visitors since 2019 with a 30% spike during the COVID-19 pandemic.
That's such a huge spike.
That is a jump. So now they're anticipating another strong year for tourism with about 1 million people expected to visit this summer. Now,
Pretty though.
it is beautiful. Look at that. Look, the trees, the
know.
steam coming off the water. What's
I love
not
it.
to love?
I love it.
Yeah, check it out. Look, it's just relaxing.
It is.
With the expected increase in visitors, park staff say you need to plan ahead before making your trip. Again, they expect 1 million people this summer, so make sure you book ahead. Visit the National Park Service website, download their app, or follow them on social media for the latest information. And this year's fees, they have increased in Pictured Rocks. It will cost $20 to get a 7-day vehicle pass, and annual pass is $30. Now, whether it's visiting Pictured Rocks, Hiawatha National Forest, or any of the 17 waterfalls or beaches in Alger County, tourists help stimulate the local economy. Again, 1 million people expected over the summer. That is a lot of people. I can see how that would benefit or also maybe cause some chaos.
It definitely does, but you can tell that it's such a big boom for the businesses there, the restaurants, the hotels, the shops, everything like that. We always try to make sure we go to like the small mom and pop places.
Give them the support.
You know, when we're there, we go to the small little pizza chain or something like that instead of, a national
touristy
chain.
things,
Yeah, we try to do all that. But if you've never been, I highly recommend it. I will send you the link to the cabin that we're renting.
Sounds fine to me. I'll have to book it next.
But it is gorgeous, and I can completely understand why 1 million people want to go. I believe a few years ago, Pictured Rocks was actually on like Good Morning America's top U.S. destination.
You want to hear how messed up this is? So one year, my family, they went, okay, not so messed up, but they went to Pictured Rocks. I was busy with school. They went without me. I have yet to go. I am missing. There
We
is a
have an
void.
extra room in the cabin. I'm just saying. I don't know if
Let
they can
me
handle
know.
both of us being off at the same time.
That might be a little chaotic.
But
right?
we do have an extra room at the cabin. So, but yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gorgeous.
I want to check it out.
All right. Well, next we're going to check out what's coming up on News 10 today at 11.
That is true. So there will be a committee meeting today to discuss allowing liquor licenses to sporting venues on public universities. This would be a very big deal.
Huge.
So that meeting is today. The Federal Reserve is holding a critical meeting this week and will issue an interest rate decision with 2 likely scenarios. We're also keeping our eyes on Florida, as today former President Donald Trump will be arraigned in the classified documents probe. So I know that's also huge news. We have that coming up, News 10 today at 11. We'll have it first at 4. We'll definitely have it during 90 minutes of news as well. And then we will be back here at 2 o'clock for an in-depth look at your first alert forecast. I know
That might be delayed due to the Trump thing, though. So we're not.
That is
we're
true.
kind of playing that by ear right now. That's kind of how the News 10 Plus digital desk goes, as we kind of jump in as breaking news
we got to be
happens.
flexible.
Yeah. So we're gonna have the arraignment streaming on the news desk, but again, it's kind of a fluid time. They're just saying between 1 and 2, which in news time, that's an eternity.
That is an
So keep your eye on that, but we will have at some point some updates with weather and Studio 10. It's going to
It'll
be
be
a busy,
Priscilla, one of us.
it's going to be a busy afternoon.
It will be,
Just,
yes.
just stay tuned for
So
that.
Stay tuned. Yes, we will be back. News 10 today at 11.
All right.
Talking too fast.
You need to go get some coffee.
I know, I haven't drinking it yet.